Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Texans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Lions, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, it's Watson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Now Dobbs. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the inside.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Dobbs now on second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's Watson now on second down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Safety screaming! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
A handoff. It's Murray. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Here's Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On second down, Dobbs being chased out left and avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Dobbs forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. throw is Dobbs. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Steps away to his left. Looking for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On third down, Abdullah. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They go play action here on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Watson on first down. Out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big-time play there for the Texans. 54 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Flex round. Ohio.
To throw is Watson. And he will have a touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Dobbs to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. And got his man. Complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Dobbs is throwing. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now Dobbs. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Sammy Coates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And some Will Fuller. Nobody there to stop him. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Texans are in for 6. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Downs to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing here, Downs. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Oh, that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Come on, let's go! Ryan 38! Ohio!
A final shot before the break. Watson. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go!
Second half starts with a run by Abdullah. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because...
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. So the D-line's going to spread out. Back to throw Dobbs. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Javon Hargrave forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. To throw on second is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go. What? Flex round. Ohio. Flex round.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. 1st and 10, Dobbs. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bernardrick McKinney able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Aguilar has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Joshua Dobbs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. No, he'll be shoved to the turf that time. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go! Brand 38! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Let's go! Ohio!
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. the gun. Watson buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Dobbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now Dobbs. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Lions on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 38-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now for the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On 2nd and 10, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cannon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Let's go!
They'll run here. It's Murray. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go! Grand 38!
On 1st down, Murray. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and then they end up winning this game. To throw is Dobbs. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner. But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards. Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have cut it to within a score. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they begin the drive with a duel. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Gun, Dobbs. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
so for the Lions, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finish the first half at 3-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance